initiated today. So this 9 mantra is a 9 mantra poster. It is the first 9 mantra. The interesting one is how many of the home you not having the refrigerator. Not having the refrigerator. Our mantra only, you know that already. You already given this. Last time. How many of you are having, not having refrigerator? All are having refrigerator? Now I am telling you, you just imagine now, put your brain, open your home refrigerator from here. You open your refrigerator, in your mind you open your refrigerator and see how dumped items are inside. They not open here, open your refrigerator. Assuming that you are opening your home refrigerator. Seeing inside that, how many of your home, the content, the items inside that are dumped inside like a dustbin. Raise the hand. Genuinely raise the hand. Genuinely raise the hand.
Raise, no problem.
No problem. We are not going to catch you. Only is not there. Okay. So this is the very big problem. So we had conducted 7,500 homes audit, and in that 7,500 homes, 85% of home that the refrigerator will be like a dustbin. Like a dustbin, I am telling that word, dustbin. What you have to do? What you have to do? What you have to do? Monthly one, you have to recycle the refrigerator. What is meant by recycle the refrigerator? Switch off the refrigerator for some time. You have to give some rest for the motor also. What you have to do? You have to take all the items and kept left hand side. You have to take all the items and kept left hand side. Then what you have to do? You have to act like a filter. You all studied the rectifier, no? In the rectifier filter is there, no? Are there. Now you decide whether this guy need to go back into the refrigerator or not. What is this guy I am telling? Based on our experience, pickle bottle is there, no? Interesting one. Only the only the pickle is there, but that bottle will be inside for minimum 6 months. Minimum 6 months, 7 months, the bottle is inside. Even your home inside, this will be there. See, what is my conclusion is, what you have to do, now you are filtering on, then whatever needed, you take it back to the refrigerator. If you really your refrigerator is down to one or it is like a dustbin, first time 40% item will be there. Only 60% will come back to the refrigerator. Clear? So this process you will do. Monthly one you will do. So we had studied technically, and that will be going to give you saving of 250 watt hour. 250 watt hour. For one unit, how many watt hour we needed? 1000 watt hour. So 250 watt hour directly we are getting saving from. Next, regular cleaning of AC filter. This is split AC, no? It is very. How many of you are regularly cleaning the AC filter? Please raise your hands. Myself is there. Okay. It is very easy to clean the filter. Just click second two button. Those also can do. Then it will open and there is a filter inside. That filter you have to take and clean it. Again put it. The dust with particle which is there will not allow the air to come fast. If air is not coming fast, compressor will get over. So because of that, 100 whatever you can able to save. Next, usage of heavy equipment in off-peak hours. Usage of heavy equipment in off-peak hours. You all are having motors in your home for pumping to your overhead tank. Motor is there, no? Have you checked in the power, that is the voltage in your home, whether it is 230 or 220 or 180? Whether you noted that what is the voltage? 220, 230, regularly it is coming. If it is 220, about 220, 230, it is good, no problem. But average, which when we are talking, we call it as peak load and off-peak load. When it is a peak load, your voltage will be 200, 210 till 180 it will go. Okay, if you switch on any heavy load equipments in that period, when compared with the voltage which is 220, let us example, I will tell one example, then you will understand. If you switch on the motor at 230 volt, switch on the motor at 230 volt to fill your water tank, it will take 10 minutes. Example only I am telling, 10 minutes to fill a 1000-liter water tank. The same 180 volt, if you switch on, it will take 12 minutes to fill the water tank. Same process, but 2 minutes extra per day. 360 per day you calculate. So that is the concept. Not only the not only the motor, same washing machine. What are the heavy load equipments? You have to operate in the off peak hour, or you can operate in the voltage when it is 220 plus. That is. So like this, we have the different methods. Use of LED study lamp. How many of you are using LED study lamp? Sir, all sir is there already. We need to give award today. See, instead of using 25 watts or 40 watts tube light or something else, LED 5 watt light is enough for your study. After 10 o'clock, I am talking about. After 10 o'clock, I think I put wrong question, no? Study lamp. But they all are watching mobile, no? Correct, no, sir? Okay, so my suggestion is after 9 o'clock, you will have your study lamp. You switch on the study lamp after 9 o'clock. Don't switch on from 6 o'clock. We are not telling, we don't want to be like that. After 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you use study lamp for use. So from that you can be able to say 180 watt hour. And very important thing is avoid leaving the equipment with standby mode. You hear about that. Avoid leaving the equipment standby. What is avoid leaving the equipment standby mode? Anyone having the mobile charger or laptop charger? Give me. Hey, anyone having the laptop charger or mobile charger? Mobile charger. Anyone having? Hey, give me. Only wire. Hey, I want that adapter. That is already there. See, in the mobile which is connected with the adapter. No. What is the purpose for that? All mobiles, TV, all it is running with AC or DC. No doubt in that. So DC we want to convert by adapter or converter, AC to DC, only that process is there. Inside that process is there. What actually we are doing, we are not switching off from that. Suppose that is example, we remove that wire. That wire we removed. Okay, but not switched off there. Not switched off in that box. But we removed from the mobile. What will happen? Whether any loss is there?
Yes.
That is called phantom loss or no load loss, we call it as. See, inside that adapter, a small transformer will be there. That transformer will have primary winding and secondary winding. Till primary winding will get energized. If you remove the cable also, till primary winding will get energized. That is the called loss. See what you are doing? Normally what you are doing? So, charging, and when you are going, just you plug out only the cable and going. You don't bother about whether it is switched off in the plug switchboard or not. This is happening now. That is what we call it as avoid leaving the equipment standby mode. That is called standby. Switch off. Lot of people switch off the TV in the remote. They don't bother about that, right? So like this, the last one is we have to replace one light with solar LED. Okay, so you will get 480 watt. If you calculate all, we see here 1.6 unit per day you can able to save. One day you can save 1. Let us assume that some mantra you have not implemented. Guarantee. What is guarantee? 1 unit saving is guarantee for at least 1 unit. 1 day, 1 unit, 365 days. So that is the thing you start implementing, and be contributor of Mother Earth, and be contributor of SDG 7 affordable energy, be contributor of SDG 12 responsible consumption and production, be contributor of SDG 13. SDG 13
Climate action.
super. Subhashri ma'am. Why Subhashri ma'am? Because they answered. They not answered only. STG, that is climate action. See, normally when I am going to other college, no, I will tell STG. Then I will ask. The students will ask, sir, what is mean by STG? But our MGR students are not like that. That is the example. Okay. Thank you so much. And you start implementing. Contact Subhashri ma'am. Madam will give this mantra and start your project and submit the report to madam. So from the IEI Tiruvallur local center you will get a project certificate. 9 home you have to implement. You can take your own time. You can take your own time, 1 month, 2 months. When you are going back to home, you can implement. Okay, take time and be contributor. Next time when anyone asks you, no, you have to tell, yes, I contributed for mother. I got created awareness for 9 homes and updated that one. Thank you so much.
Motivating words. Now, to give us an overview of IEI and its ongoing contributions to the field of energy and engineering, I now invite Dr. Ganeshan sir to share his insights. So please.
Good evening, all. So I'm very happy that the Institution of Engineers Tiruvallur Local Center has organized a program today on energy conservation. It's very important in today's scenario throughout the globe. And very happy that Dr. Ramesh also gave a lot of tips how to save energy at your home. So energy should be saved at all levels, at industries, residences, even at university. So when we talk about university, I want to tell one point. The role of the students. So simple thing I want to tell is, so when you are in the classroom, so you are using fans. Sometimes you use light off. How many of you are switching off the fan and light when you come out? Can you raise your hands? How many of you are switching off the fan and light when you are coming out? Only few hands I am able to see. Okay, now gradually you are raising the hand. Okay. So that is the important thing you can do as a student, because energy should be saved at all levels, including because energy is energy. In university, energy is very important. So you need not have fans running in the classroom when it is an empty classroom. Okay, so your responsibility is whenever you are away, when you are out of the classroom, please switch off all the electrical equipment. Okay. So I am very happy to welcome Dr. James Bo from Nielsen, Head Center for Bio Green Energy, and Madam, and students and so we are very fortunate to have you, sir, for this program as a chief guest for celebrating the Energy Conservation Day. So this program is being organized by Institution of Engineers, Tiruvallur Local Center. So Institution of Engineers, I want to brief to the students and also to the guests. The Institution of Engineers India, shortly known as IE India, is the largest multidisciplinary professional body of engineers established in the year 1920. So we recently celebrated the centenary of the IE India also. And its headquarters is located in Calcutta and incorporated under Royal Charter on 9 September 1935 by the then His Majesty of King George V. The Royal Charter endowed the institution with the responsibility to promote the general advancement of engineering amongst its members and persons attached to the institution. After independence, the institution is a body corporate protected under Article 372 of the Constitution of India. The IE India is administered by a national council with the president as its head. The institution has been serving the engineering fraternity for over a century with its national and international presence through 124 centers spread all over India, 6 overseas chapters. The institution encompasses 15 engineering disciplines with a corporate membership of over 2 lakhs. IEI has been recognized as a scientific and industrial research organization by the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, and besides conducting its own research, provides granting aid to undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD scholars. The IEI India is the first professional body to represent India in several international bodies such as the World Mining Congress, the World Federation of Engineering Organization, the Commonwealth Engineers Council, the Federation International du Beton FIB, which is having a headquarters in Switzerland, and many of the countries are members of that, and the Federation of Engineering Institutions of South and Central Asia. These are the various partnership of IE. It also has bilateral agreement with a number of professionals across the globe. So IEI holds the International Professional Engineers Register for India under the Global International Professional Engineers Alliance. The institution also awards the Professional Engineer Certification. The IEI India as a pioneer body has been conducting Section A and B examinations, popularly known as AMAE, which is equivalent to undergraduate in engineering program. And all the government sector is recognizing it equivalent to a BTech degree. So it has got various membership, starting from student membership, student chapter, we can start. Then for the BTech graduate, you can become, after completing your BTech, you can become associate member of Institution of Engineers. And when you grow, you can get the membership like member of MIE and FIE. These are the various membership. And ever since its inception, IEI has been forerunner in setting up national standards for promoting the country's industrial base, which culminated on the formation of ISI, Indian Standards Institution, and now called Bureau of Indian Standards. IEI, in collaboration with Springer Nature Private Limited, regularly publishes the peer-reviewed international journals in 5 series covering 15 engineering disciplines. IEI also issues membership certification to the eligible engineers, technologists and scientists, chartered engineer, professional engineer and international professional engineer certification in various disciplines of engineering are also issued. Every year, awards are also conferred upon the distinguished engineers in recognition of their contribution in the engineering domain. The institution maintains a panel of highly qualified and well-experienced arbitrators having technical and professional engineering competence covering 15 engineering disciplines. And also, IEI awards the certificate to the empaneled arbitrators in recognition of their expertise in their field. The institution appoints arbitrators from its panel of arbitrators in various disputes that arise between the parties during the execution of work. The state local centers of IEI spread across the country do organize technical activities such as seminars, webinars, workshops, conventions, and provide platform to the stakeholders, technocrats, policy makers, and others to share their expertise to benefit the engineering fraternity. So I am very happy to tell that our university is also having the Institution of Engineering Students chapter, and it is actively involved in conducting various events throughout the year. So I once again welcome the dignitaries to the program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving us a detailed information about IEI's mission and impact. As we focus today on energy conservation, it's essential to understand the importance of this event and how it aligns with our objectives. To elaborate on the significance of this event and what we hope to achieve today, I invite Dr. Cyril Ratzer, the Honorary Secretary of IEI TVLC. Welcome, sir.
The chief guest of the day, Dr. James Blow, from Aalborg University. Madam is also here with us. Welcome, ma'am. Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Ganeshan, my fellow IEI members and student community. So in fact, today we are supposed to celebrate the Energy Conservation Day as important day of IEI. So that's why we have requested Sir to be the guest so that I think Denmark is one of the best country to utilize the green energy through their system. Okay. Now, before coming to that, where are we now? So that's what actually I just will take just 2 minutes of your time. This year alone, we spent around 700 million metric ton of CO2 that actually we have pushed onto the Mother Earth this year alone. 7,000 million metric tons of CO2 has been pushed onto the Mother Earth. So, like this, throughout that industrialization era, for the past 200 years, we have been pushing the carbon nuclear. So the source of the need of these requirements nuclear comes from mostly from the energy, see from the transportation. For everywhere nuclear, we use only the carbon fossil fuel. So that is the reason behind all these things. So that industrialization also. So still we generate 60% of the energy that we need, what Dr. Ramesh said nuclear, only by burning coal and then diesel. And then 90% of our transportations are only run through burning the fossil fuel, that is petrol, diesel and oil and other things. And then industry also, they burn lot of fossil fuel. So if that thing goes, dear students, participants of this lecture, right now NASA is exploring our red planet. What is the red planet? Mars. So Mars explorers are there, but there are strong evidence that here there was living life support systems were there in Mars 6 crore years before, but that particular water and then that atmosphere, single mother thing nuclear. So with this pumping of the carbon blueprint onto the Mother Earth nuclear, we are slowly, totally going to change the Mother Earth. So the weather pattern, all these things are changed. So there are warning bells. So we are losing the ice cap, which is reflecting the hazardous nuclear radiations without getting inside nuclear or Earth also. So that is getting depleted. And then again you see the Saharas, all these deserts are right now getting plenty of rain also. But at the same time nuclear, see the rain pattern is, so this is southwest monsoon period where it will be there for 3 months. But right now what happens in nuclear, all this are happening there within 3 days itself. So we could not able to store the water. So obviously we are letting it allow to waste also. So like that many such things are happening there. Then again, if you see the sickness also, many things are happening there. Just because of the over expectation also. So this is the right time. We have to think about how to go with the green energy. Mind it, the neighboring country, China, listen, around 90% of the vehicle they have converted into electrical vehicle also. But in our country, it is only 2% of the vehicle are running with green energy. So still we have to go with long way. So definitely, so we are totally spoiling our mother, only one, livable planet also. I think you may be knowing the story of the latest and NASA's venture, the space telescope. What is the name of the space telescope? not apple. One more. James, yes. James, telescope here, which is right now stationed around 15 lakh kilometers away from the Earth, and then it is looking for a livable planet. Because actually, we are going to lose our planet. Man-made, disaster is going to happen. In the interest of the coming generation, they are trying to explore. 40 planets were identified, but in so far, all the 40 planets are looking like Earth, but it is non-livable also. So still, the search is going on. Gentlemen, so that's why, here, we have to wake up. It is a wake-up call for all of us. So that's why, we have requested today's chief guest to share his experience in making their country as a green energy country. So that's why here, please, it is very, very important to let us all listen to this today's arranged program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for providing us the context and significance of today's event. Now it's my honor to introduce our chief guest for today's program. We are privileged to have Dr. Subhashri ma'am, the first year ENT Joint Registrar with us. Her dedication to academics and professional excellence is truly inspiring. Let's give her a warm welcome as she takes the stage to introduce our esteemed chief guest. Welcome, ma'am.
Good evening to all present here. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. Jens Bo Nielsen. Dr. Jens Bo Nielsen is a distinguished expert in bioenergy and green engineering with extensive experience in biogas production, biorefinery processes, and renewable energy systems. As the former head of the Center for Bioenergy and Green Engineering at Aalborg University, Denmark, Dr. Bo Nielsen has authored over 145 publications in Scopus Index journals with an index of 85 and nearly 29,000 citations. His academic journey includes an MSc in Agricultural Systems from the University of Copenhagen and a PhD from Aalborg University, specializing in process analytical technology for biogas systems. Dr. Bo Nielsen has contributed to numerous EU and UN projects, organized international conferences, and led initiatives in biomass and bioenergy research worldwide. We are very happy indeed to have you here, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction.
Good evening, sir.
University. It's my third time here. But I come from a little country, Denmark, and you can hardly find it in Europe because it's so tiny, like a little head on an eagle. But it's just above Germany, on the north border of Germany. And UK is on our, there's a little part of the Atlantic Ocean called the North Sea, and west of us we have UK and London. So then you have a little meditation of where it is. And we are part of the Nordic country family, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland. We form a family group of 5 countries with strong democracies and kingdomship, and we like to develop our countries to be sustainable and front runners in no corruption, high standard of democracy, and a lot of more that kind of things. And we also want to develop the society, but of course we also have things where we can do things together. I come from the University of Aalborg. It's mainly a technical university, but we have also other faculties. But the faculty of engineering and technology is fairly high ranking, and specifically the department where I was section head. We were 100 faculty members and 400 people totally, and we were ranking number 4 in the world in our publications due to power electronics and all into the energy system approach, deep knowledge and publications into all aspects of energy supply for societies. Only 1 university in the US, 2 in China, and then we were number 4, publishing between 700 and 1,000 publications every year. So we have learned each other to work hard like you do here in India, but also like our jobs. And then Aalborg University, like Dr. Ramesh and other people have discovered, we met some other female professors Saturday in the University of Anna University, and they know very much about that we have a very specific, special pedagogical model. It means all the 5 or 10 semesters to be bachelor and master in engineering. It's project and problem-based learning. It means that the students are learning from day 1 to solve problems, real society problems. And it's really a nice challenge to implement in the brain of the students, working in groups and delivering reports on the basis of real life challenges and problems. So you can stop me after 50 minutes, then I hope I send my different messages. But here you can see model from reports from IPCC, the International Climate Change Panel, and it's giving different kinds of models. Let's say take year 2030, 50, and year 2100. And unfortunately, all around the world, we have already passed 1.5 degrees in increase in temperature compared to pre-industrialized time in year 1850. And it's because the industrialized countries have been using energy like unfortunately, have been using too much fossil fuels. So we are along the red model, red alert, I can also tell you. So we also, with all the agreements of the United Nations, they have COP meetings every year in November, December. This year it was in Baku. All nations are participating and discussing. And agreeing and disagreeing, it's very difficult, but they have agreed already back in 2015 in the COP meeting in Paris, 196 countries, that we should shift from the red model to the blue or the green. The green is like a dream, but the blue is a must. If you don't shift towards the blue model, of climate change and temperature increase, then all ice caps in the South Pole, the North Pole, Greenland, 2,000 meter ice cap, all this will disappear in 1 or 2 generations, and then we have problems. 7 meter higher ocean water. Can you imagine how it influences the coastline of India? My country, the same, we are very, very lowland. It's really quite dramatic. So it's here, it's models, but it's serious business to understand and to change with all what we're doing into the blue model. That's a challenge for all students in India and in Europe and everywhere. This is the energy mix worldwide, and the 3 in the bottoms are coal, oil and gas, or started with coal, oil and natural gas. The red little part in the middle is atomic power, hydropower, bioenergy, wind, solar, geothermal. And this one up here is where all smart young brains in India and everywhere on the globe can come in. It's energy efficiency, energy saving. It's all what you can do by your computer and computer science and by mobiles that will optimize and saving. Because if we don't do that, then the world would be running on 2,000 exajoules instead of 1,500 exajoules. And nowadays we are utilizing in worldwide 660. You can see people go like into crazy of loading of CO2, but also change in temperature. So energy efficiency and energy saving, every time we save 1 kilowatt hour, we don't have to reduce it. And every time we reduce the losses throughout the system. So we have to be smart with all what we're doing with energy saving. And then you can also see that the solar transistor, the solar power is big and is increased to be bigger over the years. Wind and bio and all the rest, also energy saving and efficiency. All this matters, all of it, and integrate with smartness of the different sources. The solar is #1 power, no matter. No. Some people like to discuss that atomic power is the most important. No. Is coal power the most important? No. All this over here is finite resources. The solar is so big, and it's we are turning around the solar, and the photons coming in to us from the solar. I learned at Stanford University 12 years ago. If you are in a plane, if we have the globe, our world here, and every 12 hours, if the sun is coming over here and into the atmosphere, there is 12 hours sunshine. And if you momentarily could catch all radiation photons coming into the atmosphere from the solar 12 hours, have you any idea how much energy is that? Have you any doubt or ideas or dreams of how much energy is that if you could catch it just for 12 hours? It's a big number. It's enough energy to have a population 1 year. The solar is a winner, and we have to be smart enough as to get hold of it and use it friendly and use it in a lot of derivatives. So from Germany, they have a famous technology institute spread around Germany, Fraunhofer. They already, they made a big part of the basic research on PV solar power. And since the year 1980, every 7 years, there was a drop in kilowatt hour installed price cost reduction from 50%. So it has dramatically dropped in price over the last 40 years, and nowadays it's really for normal which is really not the best. You are placed in subtropics, a good part of India. We are in the temperate climate, so we only have 1,400 solar hours per year. You have 2,500, maybe all up to here in the south, maybe 3,000 hours per year. So you can catch even more than double of our solar. But you can see the more orange it is, the more solar you catch in my we catch them on farmhouse, we catch them on solar fields. This is what I call passive solar, so it's just the solar radiation and then heating up the hot water and then make terminal use of the hot water. But the majority is solar parks, which is coming very fast in the northern part of Europe. And also Spain. Spain is number one PV solar in Europe. Big installments happening. And the cost driving down of installed capacity means that all normal families can nowadays think about such projects. And another very important thing, levelized cost of electricity from different energy technologies. If we start over there, 2012 it's offshore wind per megawatt hour installed in prices in the western part of Europe, 167 euro. It was driven down in 6 years to a reduction to 61 euro. So nowadays offshore wind, onshore wind, solar and natural gas can compete. And you can see even new coal installed capacity is not best investments. And quite many insurance companies and big investors are thinking about this. So the majority of investments here in 2023-24 is into renewable energies because of such schemes like this. Some people are still discussing doing more nuclear power. Let's see. But it could also be a part of the energy mix. But energy mix for future will be wind, solar, bio, hydro, wave, nuclear, so not coal and gas. We have created ourselves as one of the first mover countries. Young people in 90s, countryside people or area people, and not from the very big companies and universities. It really started by people's movement, very small, inefficient wind turbines, but then we learned to get them more and more efficient. And then in the 90s, we learned to move them from countryside to offshore, to get them bigger. So this yellow thing is what we call a transition piece, and then it goes with big pillars like needles into the seabed, 30-40 meters into the seabed ground, and then the ocean level is maybe between 20 and 40 meters. And around that it would be too costly. Then there are some new development engineering-wise to make them floating at the deeper sea levels, but normally this is a standard. And my little country is this blue area is the ocean, and then the countryside. We have Germany just in the bottom, but it looks, it's activity at the harbor. My hometown, where we also have the university. That coal power unit, 400 megawatt, is closed now. It will never come up and running again. It has been taken over by wood chips and by the first in the world made by Siemens seawater heat pump. And then all these installations, towers, wings, nacelles, generators for electricity will be shipped out to the North Sea. This one with the big legs, you can see it up here. This one, we call it the installation vessel. So it can install 1 turbine per day. So, and 40 these turbines end up like the coal power plant, 400 megawatt. Nowadays they're also making projects with between 500 and 1,000 megawatt because the ocean between Denmark, Germany, UK will be like what we call a green power plant in the next 10 years' time, supplying more than 100 inhabitants in Europe with green electricity. Yeah, this is the little part of the Atlantic Ocean here. Norway, Denmark, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, UK over there, and all these blue and light blue areas are reservations for huge offshore wind parks and electricity production. And you can see it's quite complex, but the engineering companies and planners like to do things better. But instead of having, let's say, 100 wind parks and selling all electricity onshore with power lines of transformation stations cost a fortune. Then they came up some 5 years ago with some interesting ideas. This is the same ocean like this one. This is taken by night time from a satellite, and these it's artificial energy islands which will be constructed in the next 10-15 years in the ocean. And instead of sending from 10 parks small lines into the shore, then they make larger, huge, high voltage power lines sitting in the offshore, or even also processing using huge amounts of electricity with the platforms and producing hydrogen or products which is needed for the society, but also sending a lot of electricity to the area. You can see down there by the satellite, it's a night light from big cities. It could be like Chennai, Delhi, and Mumbai gathered in one cluster. Send electricity from offshore into such huge population areas. It's on the way of planning and financing and things like that. And does it need software engineers massive amounts, and we don't have enough in Europe. So I hope to see some of you also coming to participate in international engineering companies as programmers or software engineers or whatever. There are for so many people. And this is like green transition, green change, not only in Europe, also in India, also in China, also in US, all over the world in the next 20, 25 years. There need to be big changes. Not all politicians think about that, or don't dare to think about it, but anyway, we'll go and have it, otherwise we'll melt. This and next one are very new. I found it on the internet last week, but it's taken on the International Office in Paris. And you can see coal is declining. It's coming from the red curve. It's coal generation for electricity worldwide. You can see now, really, it's the highest dropping in China, dropping in India, dropping everywhere, but it's going to happen the next 20 years. And what is increasing with fast speed, you can see the dark green is solar, light green is wind, natural gas, hydro, nuclear, and more will come in and supply the energy for the electricity for the society and shifting from the coal, oil, and gas. You can see another operation of past exponential growth of oil. PV solar, the oil is more or less flattening out, and then it will drop. I think it will drop before 2050, the oil consumption worldwide. Electricity will be taken over by solar, and a big part of the oil refinery products will be taken over by smart fire technologies. We also have a fire technology. So we will replace chemicals refined from refineries with bio-refinery products of many kinds, from LPs, from crops, from crop byproducts, and all these plants. I'll make it very short with like that's funny. It is into my heart because it's really recycling a lot of byproducts from the society, from farming and so on. In the old days, we were really polluting our waste, our water and fresh water, lakes and drinking water heavily. Then we said to ourselves in the 80s, we have to turn our mindset, integrate these things. And then we have described in a report how sustainable biogas can be. We know the old culture. Folks here in India, you have very small biogas plants. They also have thousands or millions of very small ones in China. But we have made up our minds. We have environmental problems, we have farming problems, we need green energy. Why not combine all these things? Integration needs also fit extremely well into the 70 goals. And then we have 3 cycles: photosynthesis, crops, the cows, manure, organic waste of dairies, food processing, ending up in the biogas plant, biofertilizer back to the rice, to the crops, and biogas over to the inner fuel chain. And it's coming even further. But it starts off with feedstocks, I call it. It can be cow dung, gas, napier grass, food waste, rice straw, pre-processed rice straw. All such carbon sources can be used as feedstocks. Then go into mixing tanks, to fermentation tanks. After processing it back to natural fertilizer, and the gas goes into big amounts of things for utilization. But we can also ask these questions: are there enough biomass and biogas to feed on prices? This is the only answer. And we can say yes or no to all of this, but we have to be critical, sharp, good for all the planet. Maximum findings. Biomass for biogas production is you have to discover here in town now what is this? We do that in student products. Manure, straw, many kinds, rice straw, gas in India, plant products, native plants, many food waste. All this can end up in biogas plants. Very good example. Some pictures from my country. Another picture last year, it's trust coming with some data from deep data from hen production, dairy production, whatever. Team of automatic trains chopping over here, from here into the 3 million tank. We also have studies and mapping on how much straw and how much grass is in Europe for such installations. And here you can see oil equivalent from 5 is what we are getting for 8 million tons of oil equivalent. It will be a very good base load beside all the electricity because we can produce material for transportation like all of your many cars groups are using CNG, compressed natural gas, but we can make CBG, compressed biogas, the same products are coming from the recycling. Yeah. With the biogas, instead of livestock, then you have energy and separation things. Use a lot of byproducts, also using the smart systems for biotechnology. A German situation, people in the material in a huge biogas plant in Germany, and they use enzymes to control really good as the primary source. But when we mechanically mix the chocolate to 5 pieces and then add enzymes, then we have the right feedstock for the enzymes or for the bacterial cultures, and then we really can get a huge biomass production. Yeah, it's a picture of one of the biomass plants in my country. Nowadays, this is 10-year-old one. They have 3 more plants larger. They are producing on a high level a big amount of biogas, separate the methane and the CO2. The methane goes into the natural gas. These packets over there are recycling the liquid. We are working with trucks in India. Of course, it's not the same structure, so it has to be organized much other ways. Separate liquid and solids, use solids, small farmers and liquids into contractors or irrigation systems. So in 15 years time we have natural gas from us comes from the North Sea, but all of 2030 we don't need natural gas, then we can supply all the daily society with biogas. So you can see it's not just, we are not just working with biogas for fun, we are working very serious to integrate it into the society. So this is a growth curve of biogas supply for the society, and now we have passed 40%. We are heading for ending up with 100% green gas. Also using it for industrial purposes. We are living much more cold than here, like Himalaya, but in winter time, 4 months, 6 months a year is below 0 or below 10 degrees, so everybody are freezing. So we are always using this in the brick houses for insulation. And nowadays, in the old days, for running, we use 1500 run by gas and oil. Now we use biogas for production. And now they can CO2 reduction. Green measures for the society. It's another picture of a biogas plant. That company have already built 10 of this size in Denmark, some in Germany, some in France. And what they do, they were the first company developing not only using methane, but also the CO2. The CO2 from that plant, it's some of the cleaning facilities. These 2 people over there cleaning after cleaning the methane. Then they're also cleaning and compressing CO2. That CO2 is used for food grade, greenhouses, firefighting, welding, and so forth. So it's really like a very high standard of CO2. And we have also some ideas to discuss here in India. And then finally, to the future as well, so how to integrate wind, solar, and bio. You have wind and solar over there, it will be massive, like in Tamil Nadu, solar onshore, some onshore wind, and some offshore wind. You have a huge amount of green electricity. Some part of it can be used to electrolyze for hydrogen. Hydrogen plus into can end up with ammonia for fertilizer or for fuel or ship. Hydrogen and CO2 can end up with methanol or heat jet fuel, rather than Air India or Indigo with jet fuel coming from biogas with the soil. It is possible. Not only possible, we come to Denmark, as you know, the first time plant of Dino, 70,000 tons is coming up. So mix wind, solar, and biogas. Then you have what we call power to X, power to liquid, power to solid, power to many things products. This is the size generator, an 8 megawatt, like such one over there on the construction. That one goes to the cook. One of my classes going inside, visiting the students come in, two floor high inside with a lot of technology, a lot of control, a lot of electronics, a lot of. But this is interesting. This is even double size revolutions. I tested now full scale. This one, but it's also other new clean facilities, adding hydrogen and vision and CO2 to make things biological and speaking even smarter for the future. All this, of course, we are open to discuss and together with you. So, I have a little list in finance because energy saving 25 years ago, we changed this. We live in the countryside or in the rural area, in a retired farmhouse, and we use oil for heating in our winter time. We changed that for wood village and passive solar, and then 3 years ago we changed that even to a much smarter step, air to water heat pumps, and it saved half the electricity, half the energy in our building. So I can tell you, for us electricity is very, very costly, and of course it's also changed a little bit with our winter blowing and all these things, but energy saving is on the agenda. What you talked about, but also the entire bill, I could be even better look online, more list saying me, you have to look a little bit further, you have to do it smarter. To do some of your things, because if we can save 2 or 3 or 400 kilowatts in our building, it also means save money, and for the entire society it means very much. If all families are saving, it will be much. Then we can skip 1 or 2 straight power lines.
Close the whole block.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. At this moment, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Cyril Rath, sir, the Honorary Secretary of IEI, to come forward and felicitate our chief guest. And I would also like to invite Dr. Sendil, sir, to join us on the Thank you for the felicitations. As we come to the end of today's event, it is time for the vote of thanks. So,
Any questions, please ask. Questions?
students, if you have any questions, please come forward to ask.
So anybody want to do research work with professor also, you can come and register with us. Okay. So you can join with professor team and you can start your research work. Okay, so these Murali and team are your immediate seniors. They are second year. when they, in the first year, they completed one research paper in STG 13 climate action. They completed the research paper. I will complete full. Wait. So they why I want to address, they completed a research paper and the paper also got accepted in IEEE conference. They are going for the presentation. And they submitted one idea for the patent also. End of the first year. See, this is the first time in the first year students done a survey related to STG activities and converted as a paper, and that paper is going to publish. So I want, now it is one Murali team, like that I want a very big team from India. So I am inviting now another team from you. Those who are interested, you can register your name with us so that we can talk to your Subhashi ma'am and get a new team, and you can start new project, or because this team itself needed another 10 students to continue the project. This is the first part is over. Second part, what is their project now?
A research project on SDG 13. Variously, there are total many target called SDG, reducing CO2 emission from transport. In transportation, we have did a review on various papers. He observed that we need to aware youth that to reduce the motorbike emissions, to reduce the overall emission and impact and keep an impact to the youth, so that to reduce emission overall world. So we are doing a survey, we are making a survey questions, and we are taking a survey from the bike owners from our MGR Education and Research Institute. We have counted total 3,000 people are coming, 3,000 motorbikes are coming into the college. So we took a sample 300 as of now, and we took a data analysis how much emission are doing by them. They have total 300 kilograms of CO2 emission they are doing per day. So we to reduce, we are going to give a 5-point recommendation to use electrical vehicle, to do bike cooling. So with various recommendations, we are encouraging other institutions to start a same research project in their institute to convert whole world emission free in India.
You got the idea? What is their idea? See, the CO2 to be reduced. Presently, they are taken bike. Around 3,000 bike, including part-time. I think you calculated part-time.
Yes.
3,500 person coming in the bike. That we need to reduce it. One, we need to convert that some bike to the electric bike. So their survey states that particularly from Ambattur, 25 students are coming in the bike alone. What is the idea? Alone they are coming from the same place to their campus. So they are suggesting, oh, you are coming alone, go bike pooling like that. Day one you come with your friend. Day two you can use another bike. So this is a model which they are going to propose. That is one model. Like that they are going to propose in 10-15 model, so that this 3,000 bike coming inside our campus will reduce to, if it is reduced to at least 100, their research is success. Simple research only, but the concept is one that is like that. Now they taken 300. Next version they are going to take the complete 3,500 and doing lot of other kind of tools, AI based tools they are getting ready. Okay, that project also you can join, or you can come out with a new project. So register your names on the kit.
maintain some silence.
They are preparing the video. Actually, I mean, how these people are working on that. Just in the meantime, when Ramesh said about pooling, by pooling, I think if you have visited US, in all the highways, I mean, especially in the city suburban highways, there is one lane exclusively for carpooling. See, in that lane, if you are going along with a team, I mean, not only from your family, but as taking care of their neighbor, joining together, and then if you use that particular vehicle, I mean, for that vehicle alone, okay, this lane is earmarked. Yeah, as what actually we have, say, 120 km per hour lane, and then 100 km per hour lane, something like that, okay? Where this lane is only for vehicle pooling. If you are not, I mean, in that vehicle pooling scheme, if you accidentally take your vehicle onto the particular lane, you will be fined. You have to give the valid proof that actually particular vehicle okay, or your neighbors. That is the reason. I mean, most of the time, that pooling track okay, will be always empty. Will be empty. Yeah. So if you pool, I mean, if you use that particular track okay, then I mean, you can avoid the traffic delays and other things. So again, these are the government initiatives. The reason, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, you are the leaders for the coming generation. So when you become leaders, okay, so try to enforce these sort of things, especially the green audit, and then the punishment is very strict also. I mean, I can quote a simple example also. Yeah.
As we come to the end of today's event, it's time for the vote of thanks. I would like to invite Dr. D. Karthikeyan sir to deliver the vote of thanks and express our gratitude to all those who make this event possible.
evening to everyone. It's both an honor of a privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for this grand occasion organized by the Institution of Engineers India, Trivandrum Local Center at Dr. M.G. University, Chennai. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to all those who made today's Energy Convention Day a success. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, James B. Home Nation for gracing us with his expresses and delivering an inspiring presidential address. Your words have left us with ignorant insights. I express my sincere thanks to Dr. L. Ramesh, Vice Chairman IEI TVLC for his warm and gracious welcome address, setting to the tone for the evening. A special thanks to Dr. Balu, Chairman IEI TVLC, for providing us with an overview of the Institute of Engineers India, helping us understand the legacy and importance of this institution. Thank to Dr. D. Srinivasan, Honorable Secretary, IEI TVLC, for outlining today's and its significance, creating engaging frameworks for the evening. We are deeply grateful Dr. Ganesan sir, ex-officer members IEI TVLC, for the excellent introduction of our chief guest, highlighting the excellence that has inspired us all. Finally, I express my gratitude to all the deputy members, students, and esteemed guests who joined us today. Your support and presence have made this event a grand success. Let us also acknowledge the tireless efforts of the administration committee, volunteers, and the technical teams without whom this event would not be having possible. Thanks to Inspire and Inspired. Wishing you a evening. Thank you.